It has been a hot minute, but Team Rixie is back with a Disney World restaurant review. Yes, I know it's been almost a year. We're terrible people.
Has it really been that long?
It's been months. I think it's been since 2022.
Oh, wow.
So, we've got some coming at you because we just got back from our birthday summer trip that we take every year. And we are kicking it off with what?
Steakhouse 71.
A new one for us. This will be good. Let's go.
Wow. I can't believe it's been so long since our last one. We've been so focused on ice cream taste test videos.
Well, not focused, but y'all, we
They've
have
just
been
happening.
super busy. And the ice cream ones are quick and easy. Also, they're like, you gotta buy them or they're gone.
Yeah.
Whereas
They're a little more timely.
Yeah, the restaurant reviews take a little more time on our part, but hey, we have eaten good this past trip, so we're ready.
Yes.
Ready.
All right, so let's talk about Steakhouse 71.
Yeah.
So, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Steakhouse 71 used to be called The Wave.
It was called The Wave in the Contemporary Resort near Magic Kingdom. And this is our first time visiting it since it changed. We only went to The Wave once, and it was really good. But they have changed, and now it is Steakhouse 71, and we want to tell you guys all about it.
So we already started talking about the location. So it is in the Contemporary Resort. It's on the bottom floor. Like, if you're coming from the monorail, you go down the escalator, it's right at the bottom of the escalator.
Or you could walk like we did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we had Tron individual Lightning Lane tickets, and they were like an hour, less than an hour.
Yeah, it was less than an hour
before our lunch. So I was like, let's just walk, because I don't know if we'll be able to get on the monorail in time. Yeah. We could have got on the monorail in time. But
I tried to tell her.
We walked in the 100-degree heat to the Contemporary, because that's the only hotel, if you know anything about Magic Kingdom, it's the only hotel that is within walking distance of it.
Yeah, within walking distance.
You can walk to the Grand Floridian, but it's not as close.
Yeah.
It's a trek.
And so we've walked to the Contemporary before from Magic Kingdom, and I didn't realize how lengthy of a walk that was.
From the bus stop at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When we went to California Grill.
Yeah.
But,
so it's a stroke, as my students will say.
At 12:50 on a freaking hot summer day, y'all, I went in the bathroom, my face was beet red. I was dripping sweat. If you know me, you know I'm a sweater, okay? And so I was just like, I hope they're not going to judge me when I check it. And of course they didn't, but that's just how I felt.
All right, so the type of restaurant that it is casual dining, and it's American food. It's a steakhouse. I mean, obviously, according to the name.
Yeah. Now, one thing about this restaurant is that they have different menus for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is not always the case. Well, breakfast menus are always going to be different, but lunch and dinner menus at a lot of the restaurants at Disney are the same.
The same, yeah.
So we were like, let's try lunch. It's the middle of the day. We're going to go back to the hotel anyway. It's a little bit lower prices than dinner. So we were like, yeah, let's do this. So we went for lunch. All
right, the atmosphere of the restaurant is pretty cool. So the name of it is Steakhouse 71. Well, the design of the restaurant is inspired by the 1970s.
But it really doesn't look 70s.
Yeah, I think they took inspiration, but kind of made it more modern looking.
Yeah, it's very open and very bright.
I feel it's a lot brighter than the Wave.
Yeah, we went to the Wave at night. I don't know if they lower the lighting at night or
set
whatever.
the moods and stuff.
But it was very bright for lunch and very inviting.
All right, so like Mrs. Escalon was mentioning earlier, they have different menus for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so let's talk about the price. So breakfast and lunch is $2 signs, which is like $15 to $34.99, depending on what type of meal you get. Dinner is $3 signs, so it's more your $30 to $50 price range.
Yeah, he's talking about the dollar sign icons that you see when you go and look at Disney restaurants.
Yes. So breakfast and lunch is definitely cheaper than dinner. And
I've heard that, or at least I heard when it was the Wave that it had good breakfast.
That had good breakfast.
Again, these are different menus, but they have some of the similar items that the Wave had. Not all of it, but they do have a few items that were very popular with the Wave. They've kept for Steakhouse 71.
So you got 3 options to decide when you want to go, and depending on how much money you want to spend. And I love that the menus are different, so that way you can go once for lunch, and you're like, ooh, next time you're willing to spend a little bit more, you can go for dinner and try some of the stuff that they offer for dinner. Now for my favorite part of our review videos. The food that we ate.
Woohoo! My favorite part too.
So we both had an appetizer. Well, your appetizer was actually your meal.
I ordered 2 appetizers to be my lunch. So we'll get into that in a second.
So I had the French onion soup for my appetizer. Y'all, it was really good. Cheesy, salty. It was just really good. Like, I liked it better than the French onion soup, and I know some people might be upset with this. I don't know. I liked it better than, what's the French restaurant? Oh my goodness, my mind just went blank.
Their French onion soup at Chef de France in
yes.
Epcot, which, I mean, it's a French restaurant.
Yeah, but I liked it better at Steakhouse 71 than I did there. So
it was good, but it was so hot. I was shocked.
Yeah, she didn't want it.
I took a bite, but I was like, I'm dying.
So, since it was hot, what did you get?
Well, that was the thing when we were deciding what to order. I was like, I'm so hot. So for my lunch, I got the baby iceberg wedge salad, and it was $11. It says house-made blue cheese dressing, which was good.
Yes, that dressing was really good. I'm going to talk about that more in just a moment.
Toy box tomatoes, pickled red onions, bacon, hard cooked egg, and I also had some radish slices on it, I think, and blue cheese crumbles. Okay. I was like, oh, baby iceberg. It's just going to be a little thing. Because, I mean, it's Disney prices. Y'all, they brought this long plate and it had 3 small wedge salads on it. So, really, you could split it with 1 or 2 other people if you wanted a really light salad before your meal. It was delicious. I couldn't finish it.
It was a pretty big appetizer.
It was. It was very good, too. And it was so cool and nice on a hot day. The other thing I got with it was the lump crab cakes. And that is Old Bay remoulade, corn hash, house-made saltine crackers. So, okay. Crab cakes. I'm not from Maryland, but I am from South Louisiana, and I know seafood. So I was like, I'm going to try this. This is going to be my test. If it comes with a bunch of breading, or if it tastes fishy... No.
That's how she determines the quality of seafood.
Those crab cakes were so good. They were delicious.
Had a lot of crab meat.
It was mostly crab and herbs mixed in. And they were on the smaller side. There were 2, but that was fine because I had the salad as well, and it was just lunch. I wasn't eating a whole dinner. They were very browned on either side, so they were cooked well. And then there was this delicious sort of corn relish underneath with a like they said, an Old Bay remoulade. It was a sauce drizzled across it, and there were these 2 kind of like homemade crackers. I think you're kind of supposed to like put them all on the cracker.
Yeah.
Look, that's not me. I'm eating my crab cakes solo. Okay, I did drag them through the sauce a little bit a couple times, but it was really, really good. I was impressed. The crab cakes were excellent. They were not fishy. They were not stuffed with bread, like a filler or whatever. They were delicious. I would highly recommend.
All right, so for my main entree, I had the Steakhouse 71 stack burger. And so...
Can I say something about that real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
I've heard from multiple people that this is their favorite burger on Disney property. Jared Lee from Capture the Magic podcast, shout out to Jared and Jamie, he says it's his favorite burger on property.
And he's like a burger connoisseur. So.
He's eaten a burger at almost every restaurant there, so he knows. And then my friend Brad, who I used to work with at my high school, he said the same thing. He said that is my favorite burger at Disney.
And so I'm not a huge burger person. Like, to me, like, burgers are burgers for the most part. I was really impressed with this burger. I thought it was really good. It has beef, pork belly, American cheese. It has this lemon aioli, red onions, house-made pickles, and it's all on a brioche bun. And you can get it with fries, and I think there was 2 other options. I can't remember.
Let's see.
Yeah, you got it pulled up, right?
And you could have a choice of petite Caesar salad, Parmesan fries, or pasta salad. So you got the Parmesan fries.
So I did the Parmesan fries.
They're like waffle fries.
Yes. And they were pretty good. For you know.
I mean, fries are fries.
Yeah,
right?
fries are fries. So, but the burger, I was really impressed. And like I said, I'm not a huge burger person. I mean, I eat burgers. I'll eat a burger. But for the most part, like when I go to restaurants, I feel like burgers are something I can make pretty well at home. And so I usually don't get them. But I decided to try that one, and I was really impressed. Like, it was so juicy and just good.
He said the mix of the meat was very good.
Yeah. And so here's a little bonus that I discovered partway through, like, eating my burger. Is if you take the dressing from the wedge salad,
blue cheese
that
dressing.
blue cheese dressing, and put some of that on there too, it just takes it to a whole nother level. Like, it was so good when I decided to add that to it. I was just like, yeah, I want to taste this and try it a little bit.
He had dipped his fries in it, and he was like, that's good.
Yeah.
And so he was like, let me spread a little bit of that on my bun. It was...
And I love blue cheese on a burger. Like, you give me a burger with blue cheese and hot sauce on there, it's pretty good. So I recommend getting the stack burger and maybe getting a side of that dressing, that house-made blue cheese dressing, because it's really good if you put some of that on there as well.
Very good. The other thing we got was our drink. Okay, y'all. Here's what it's called. You ready? Is you ready? For our drink, we split what is called a 1971 Sunset. Okay, and this is basically kind of a... It's kind of like a tequila sunrise, but it had tequila pog juice, which is, if you know Disney, you know that's like, you can't get that anywhere. They serve it at the Polynesian. Rosemary simple syrup, house-made grenadine.
It was brought out in like this huge
fish bowl.
Yeah.
And we got it because we were like, we're not going to drink a whole thing. I mean, it was ginormous, so we just split it.
Yeah, we shared it.
And it was orange, and it had this like orange kind of foam at the top. It tasted like an orange Julius or something. Yeah. It was delicious.
Very strong orange flavor in it.
Yeah, it was very refreshing, especially because we were so hot. It was delicious.
And the price of it is I think it was $27.99.
$27.
Yeah, and a lot of their cocktails are like 16
around
to 20
$15,
bucks.
yeah.
So, you know, you buy something like that, it was a lot cheaper than buying two different cocktails.
Yeah, and on the menu it says serves 2 to 4.
Yeah.
So it was giant. Like, it was enough for both of us.
Like, people around us were kind of looking like, what is that they got right there? So.
And they give you these paper straws to drink because you know Disney does paper straws to save the turtles and everything, but they were really big, and this guy next to us was like, and they gave you a pipe to drink it with. So a few other things about Steakhouse 71. First of all, like I mentioned before, they do have a few of the menu items that used to be on the Waves menu. One of them is really popular. It's called the bacon and eggs appetizer, which we've had before. It is maple lacquered pork belly with a poached egg over cheese grits. Excellent.
Yes.
We didn't get it this time, but it's the same one that we had before. So there are a few items like that on the menu. If you were a fan of the Wave, you'll see a few items that are similar on Steakhouse 71's menu. A couple other things. You can also do Steakhouse 71 Lounge, which means you can go to the bar area, order drinks, and they have some different things on the menu.
So that's cool. So even more options.
Some of the stuff is the same. It's not the full menu, of course. But for example, they have a peanut butter and jelly chicken wings. I don't know, it's some sort of like sauce. It makes sense though. Like, think like Thai. They have like a lot of peanut
like a peanut,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, kind of like how they have a Kona
But the
Cafe.
jelly though, that's the thing. But I guess
let's
just add a little sweetness to it. I guess.
Let's see exactly what it's called.
And it's only on the lounge menu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
PB&J chicken wings, sweet peanut glaze, and jelly powder.
Oh, okay.
I bet they're good. They're like kind of savory and sweet.
Never heard of jelly powder before though. That's
I would try it. That sounds good. Anyway, besides the restaurant and the lounge, you can also do Steakhouse 71 to go. Now, as of right now, or at least I looked today, it said that was limited only to guests of the Contemporary. Yeah. So I don't know if that's every day, but if you're nearby, you could try it. Kind of like Sanaa, you can order to go. You know, get you something good, take it back to your hotel room. If you're sick of like quick service, you know.
Does it? Is it like this? Like you can get it for lunch or dinner, and it's like the same menu, or
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not the same menu. Like
it's
right
a different
now,
menu too.
When I just checked, this is dinner time, so it was the steaks. It was the dinner steaks that were on the menu.
That's really cool.
I would assume that during lunchtime it would be more of the stuff that we had.
Yeah. So for their breakfast menu, just a few things that they got on the menu. I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you guys. They have eggs Benedict on there. They have a prime rib hash, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about in a moment. They have different omelets.
Right here. Seasonal pancakes.
Seasonal pancakes.
Okay, when it was the wave, and now that it's Steakhouse 71, sometimes they'll have these like pumpkin spice pancakes in the fall, and people love them.
Really?
Love them.
And then for lunch, for appetizers, they have some more salads, like a chopped salad, a Caesar salad. For the entrees, they have a fennel and citrus crusted salmon. They have a turkey club, just a variety of options.
There are more sandwiches on the lunch menu than there are on the dinner, which we were fine with.
And then, of course, your dinner is more of your steaks, like your filet mignon, your New York strip, your sirloin. All of those are a part of the dinner menu. All right, so now let's talk about the service. So our waitress was named Skippy. You heard right. Her name was Skippy. I don't know if that was her real name or a nickname, but that's what was on her name tag, and that's what she asked us to call her.
She was very nice and very attentive. Just a really good waitress.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before in previous videos. The service at Disney is always really good, so we never really have anything negative to say about the service.
Yeah.
Usually.
I mean, I feel like the only negative we've ever had is if it's slow.
Yeah.
One time we went to 50's Primetime Cafe, and there was a lady who was a little less than attentive, but I mean that was rare. So.
Yeah, I think that was the last time we visited too, and she wasn't really in the character, either.
She was tired. Bless it.
All right, one cool thing that she did was, so we were down there celebrating my birthday, and she gave me some pixie dust. Yeah. It was one of the few places I actually got some pixie dust. So she gave us 2 cupcakes, not just one
to
for
go,
me,
because she knew we were full.
Yeah, she gave us 2 cupcakes. So she included one for Mrs. Ascalon as well. So that was really cool.
Thank you, Skippy.
All right, so before we give our personal rating, we always got to try to find some sort of history or fun fact about the restaurant. So we actually have a couple of things that we want to discuss. I'm going to let Mrs. Ascalon take the first one.
All right, so Steakhouse 71 opened October 1st, 2021. That was the first day of the 50th anniversary celebration. That's on purpose. Steakhouse 71... Get it? All right. It's supposed to harken back to when it opened. And as such, the menu is inspired by some stuff from the 70s, things that were popular, especially some of Walt Disney's favorites.
Yeah, and so that brings me to the other fun fact. The dishes are inspired by some of Walt Disney's favorite dishes. So it includes the Steakhouse 71 Feast, which I think you can get for breakfast. That prime rib hash that I mentioned earlier, the French onion soup. So Walt had a good taste for French onion soup. The filet mignon and the dry-aged bone-in pork chop.
And Skippy recommended to us the prime rib sandwich. We did not get it, but I think the people next to us did. But she said that one was really, really good.
Yeah, so that's really cool that, they got some Walt stuff in there, especially since it opened up for the 50th anniversary.
So now we would like to rate Steakhouse 71 on a scale of 1 to 10, as we normally do. Again, this is only based on one visit. We did visit the Wave, but it's not exactly the same. So, what would you say?
Oh, man. I knew she was going to make me go first. I'm going to give it... I would like to try more things on the menu, so I would like to maybe visit it again. But based on the visit that we had, I mean, I don't really have any negatives other than the Parmesan fries were okay to me. So I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
And you maybe should have tried the onion rings, because I've heard that that's one of their specialties. That's also one thing
I'm not a huge onion ring person, but yeah.
That's also one thing that Skippy recommended. So maybe if you're not big on fries, you might want to try the onion rings instead.
Yeah, but other than that, I tried some of her crab cakes. The salad looked really good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a salad. The dressing on it was really awesome. And my burger being so good, especially for a person who's just, burgers or whatever, I say a 9.5.
Okay, cool. I would say, from our experience, I would give it a 9. I really, really was surprised and really enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't realize it was going to be so good.
Yeah.
I thought the food was excellent, and I thought the service was excellent.
Yeah. So
I would gladly go back.
Steakhouse 71. Go get some food from there. Awesome restaurant. I really enjoyed it. Get that stack burger. Try some other stuff that we mentioned.
Look, especially if you're in Magic Kingdom and you're like, God, I am so sick of theme park food, or I'm sick of being around little kids screaming in the strollers, or, you just want something different. Take a little small trek over to the Contemporary. It puts you you know, a little bit closer to the TTC if you parked there, so you don't have as long of a way to go. But the food is excellent. It's away from the park, but it's close enough to where, okay, if I'm hungry, I can leave and go get some.
Or you can ride the monorail over there as well.
So, 2 thumbs up. Go hit this place up. It's really worth your time, I think.
All right, so that brings us to the end of another review video. Like she mentioned earlier, hopefully we'll have a few more coming for you guys in the near future. Hit that like button if you like this video, if this review helped you in any way, making any decisions about dining plans while you're at Disney World. Hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate that. Drop us a comment below if you've eaten at this restaurant before or you're wanting to try it. We would love to discuss things with you.
If you're interested in gaming videos, visit Ascalon's channel, okay? He does Let's Plays, he does trailer reactions, different things like that, so check it out.
I didn't even plug my own channel. She did for me. If you're new to the Team Rixie channel, check out all of our content. In addition to Disney restaurant reviews, we have other videos about Disney World, Universal Studios. We also do taste test videos like we mentioned earlier. A lot of them have been ice cream, but we've done some taste tests of some other things.
We have some more ice cream coming up.
Yes, we do actually. So if you like the content, definitely hit that subscribe button. We have an Instagram page for our channel where we post a bunch of our, vacation pictures and different things for the trips that we go on. That is team_Rixie. So maybe follow us. So maybe follow us on Instagram and check out some of our pictures from our trips. We will see you guys in another video, whatever video that may be. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Again, I hope this review helps you to make a decision about your Disney dining plans. We will see you in another video. Y'all take care.
Peace.